Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
60 outlaw.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Ready?
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bravo.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. The Sanders has got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Okay, ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double time.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Lindsay. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Slam.
You draw Corker.
42, check. Mike 42. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 42 to Mike. 42.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
70, Indy.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill, switch. Watch twist.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. Incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Begin.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Topper. Here we go.
They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready?
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now!
54
They're going with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. First quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
Mike's 47. 47. Right here. 47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check. 47.
Hey, Delta.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Pick it up.
Under 10. Through. 10.
Play fake. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. On 1st down, Lindsey. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To throw it is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. First down, here's Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Von Miller, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Cousins to throw it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
50's the money. Check the outs, check the out, check the out. Check 31, check 31.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down, Denver.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set 90, Wolf.
Line 54. Hey, check.
Set, go.
Check 52.
Hey, Sam on. X3, 218, chopper.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He completes it to Bryant. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
300. Hey, Steamer.
47's the mic, boy. 47.
Cousins now. He's got his man. This is Doxson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Bailey's kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
You got it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're going for it. Here's Madison. And an alley to run. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Barely got the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Lindsey, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on 3rd down. Lock. He's got his tight end Fant. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Ready?
54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming.
Deep grip.
Here's Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Give to Cook out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, first down. Throwing is Cousins. And he rifles one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. It's complete. Abdullah. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Cousins, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's able to find Diggs. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Another run by Lindsey. He finds some open field here. He's at the 40, past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 66 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Rabbit. Shift. Watch the shift.
Ready.
This is Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Denver.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here.
Let's go, defense.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Get it.
Now a carry for Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 19-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. It's brought in by Dodson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Cousins now from the 50. Dodson with a grab over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Cousins to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Tried to go back again to Adam Thielen, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015